Hey guys, I hope you're all well, and today I wanted to talk about why I think cannabis stocks are really going to perform incredibly in 2021. Now there are a lot, and I mean a lot of industries that are going to perform well this year. However, I think cannabis is one that is really going to perform well. Now yesterday with the stock market, we actually saw quite a big jump in cannabis stock prices of about 7%. And I honestly think that 7% is only the beginning of it. Today I also think, which I'm recording now before market open, but I think that today it's also going to perform well. By the time it's uploaded, we'll see whether I was right or wrong. However, whether it performs well or not today, I do have reason to believe that in 2021, especially in the next month or two, it is really going to perform well. Now yesterday I posted a video about RotoGrow. RotoGrow is a cannabis company which is patented a design which can do up to 12 times growth yield with the same floor space. And I really like this company, as I talked about in the other video. I'm not going to repeat myself for too long, but because of its innovation. I really think that it's innovating the industry, and I think that the more urban our agriculture is going and the higher the demand for cannabis is, I really think it is a no-brainer that RotoGrow is going to do well. However, today's video isn't actually about RotoGrow. I talked about that yesterday and I really did just blabber on for 11 minutes, so I'm not going to do the same thing to you guys today. Today I'm talking about cannabis as an industry in general. So all these pharmaceutical companies within the cannabis industry, they, in my opinion, are going to do well for two reasons in particular. Now in yesterday's RotoGrow video, I talked about how the trend in society of legalized cannabis, medicinal use of cannabis, is really growing. Now we see it in a lot of the states in America, and we're just seeing that the spread for legalized marijuana is really going everywhere. And it's even likely, in my opinion, to happen one day in Australia too. However, the other day we heard that the Biden government won Senate seats. And in my opinion, that means that it is very likely cannabis can be legalized in the next month or two. If possible, it may even be legalized before the end of the month. And that, in my opinion, is really going to surge the price of all cannabis stocks once again. Now that's all a bit of speculation. That's all my belief that it's going to be legalized. We're not 100% sure whether it will or not. We don't know how long it's going to take. However, my belief is that it will, and rather soon. Now there's no doubt about it. If marijuana is going to be decriminalized, that means that marijuana and cannabis is going to have a big demand. Which obviously, number one, that's obviously a good sign. That means that cannabis is obviously going to go up. That means cannabis is in demand, people want cannabis, meaning it's a no-brainer these pharmaceutical companies within cannabis are going to do rather well. So then we actually have the second factor towards why I think this is going to go well. So first of all, we've already talked about why the demand is going to go up, which is a no-brainer. If it's legalized, more clinics are going to be using it, more people are going to be using cannabis. And that means that, well, the demand is going to go up for marijuana. However, then we have the factor that we're actually going through a little bit of a shortage, which means supply is down, but demand is still going up. Now that's honestly rather problematic. However, that's also rather promising in terms of investing in cannabis. Now, I may just be talking it up a lot because it's something I've invested in, and it's rather, part of our nature that we always want to think we've made the right choice. But if cannabis supply is going down, and if demand is going up, and RotoGrow can do 12 times the yield with the same floor space, and they've got that patented, it makes sense to me that RotoGrow is going to go up. However, once again, I don't want to talk about RotoGrow, I'm talking about cannabis in general. But cannabis in general is going to go up. So now, in my opinion, it is the absolute right time to be investing in cannabis. I think that different companies, such as Creso Pharma, which is a pharmaceutical company, has a very good chance of absolutely surging in the next month or so. Especially if this becomes legalized. If the new Biden Senate seats do actually legalize this, like I said, there is going to be an increased demand, and like I said, the supply is going down. Now, I actually received an incredibly interesting comment from Dusted Up Gaming on my last video. So please hold on and stay watching this video because I'm going to talk about that now. So now don't mind me, I'm going to read what I've written down about this comment, and I'm just going to put it up on the screen so you don't need to see me reading. So Dusted Up Gaming commented that recently they are a medicinal cannabis patient. and they have the belief that Australia will have a supply issue within 12 to 18 months as access is becoming more accepted. And then after that, they replied to me and they stated that they can confirm that there's already a supply issue. They got a letter from the doctor saying that ANTG informed the clinic of a stock delay until May 2021 because of a shortage. Now this, in my opinion, is actually rather worrying in terms of cannabis. However, in terms of investing in cannabis, this is rather good. Now the laws of supply and demand in capitalism do show that when there is a higher demand yet a lower supply, the price of that different commodity or that different item does go up. So there you have it, guys. I'm not going to hold on to you forever. I really don't want to be an old record just playing the same song. So that is my opinion on why cannabis is really going to surge in 2021. Please do keep in mind this is all my opinion. Do not take it 100%. I'm a 16-year-old sitting at my desk recording a video on a web camera. You really should not be taking this as financial advice. However, it's just something to consider looking into. Because I personally think that this is a good opportunity, and maybe you'll look into it and you'll think the same thing. I'd be rather interested to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I'd be rather interested to hear, are you investing in any cannabis companies at the moment on the ASX? I just realized my little animation thing on my screen there paused because I forgot to put it on repeat. So that's great. I really don't want to re-record the video because I quite liked how I talked and I thought that this was actually a good video. So I'm just going to leave it in. However, thank you all so much for watching. If you could, I'd very much appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos just like this. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.